Hello, and welcome to another movie review. So, I went and watched the movie Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, and I'm gonna be honest, the movie's freaking amazing. It's awesome. Reminded me of the Prototype games, Prototype 2 to be specific. If you never played it, play it, it's amazing. Um, the movie felt a little rushed. I feel like they could have made the movie a bit longer. They kind of emphasized what kind of. They did give Cletus Cassidy a backstory, which is Carnage. The whole point of the movie is that Venom is fighting Carnage. However, Venom is scared of Carnage because Carnage is clearly stronger than Venom. But the only weakness that he has is that Cletus Cassidy is in love with this girl that can do a supersonic scream. Basically, a symbiote's weakness. Cletus Cassidy separates from Carnage because Carnage tries to kill Scream. And whoopity-doo-dah, Carnage gets beaten. Why? Because when Cletus separates him... It's hard for a human to separate with a symbiote without the loud noises. Out of sheer will and love, Cletus Cassidy just separates himself from Carnage. So Carnage is at this point just a slug, and Cletus Cassidy is worried about, his girlfriend Scream. And then Venom just straight up eats Carnage. He just eats him. His own son. Also, Venom was like, oh, it's a red symbiote. He's scary. The colors of the symbiote do not matter. The color of Venom is black, and the anti-Venom is white. You're like, oh, he's the anti-version, he's gotta be opposite. No. Every anti is white. The color is white. I guess if the symbiote is white, then it's an anti. But I really liked it. The effects were super sick. In order for Carnage to get a good attack on Venom, he goes through two different people. Like, he goes inside one person, goes out the other arm, and out of the first person's arm into the second person's arm, going around through their body and shooting out of the second person. He tries and attack Venom, but Venom just straight up spears him downward. Also, Eddie and Venom separate, which I don't really like this version. I really don't. I love the movie, but hey, as you can see, I'm not in my room right now. I'm in my sister's house, but meet the dog, Coda. But as I was saying, this version of Venom, like, usually Venom is extremely connected to Eddie, because no one has the kind of connection like Venom and Eddie. Or Venom became a good guy because, Eddie was like, hey, we gotta become good for a little bit. And Venom was like, okay, yeah, I'll even though I don't like it, I'll do it for you, Eddie. I wish they would have emphasized the abilities that they both had a bit more. Like, shown off. Are you good? Can you get off my jacket? Like, I wish they would have shown off what kind of abilities they all, like, the symbiotes have. They kind of showed it off with Carnage, because Cletus Cassidy, he immediately, as soon as he escapes prison with Carnage, long story short, Cletus Cassidy is sent to the death sentence, aka he's going to get killed by lethal injection. Eddie meets with him beforehand. Cletus Cassidy says a bunch of stuff that makes Venom kind of angry. Venom lashes out. Venom, out of Eddie's chest, Venom shoots out of Eddie's chest, grabs him like a freaking tentacle coming out of a person, grabs him and slams him across, like, the bars of the prison, and then brings him close. Well, Eddie finally gets Venom back in his body. Cletus Cassidy grabs Eddie and bites him, making him bleed. Cletus Cassidy looks at Eddie in shock, and he's just like, I've tasted blood before, and that ain't it. Eddie's got a big secret. I love the actor who played him. He was the dude who did the that one cowboy in Zombieland and Zombieland Double Tap. But as the lethal injection happens, Carnage stops it, shoots out, kills everybody that was in that prison. Not really. He kills the cop that was there to kill him and the doctor that was there to put a lethal injection in. He sets the whole prison on fire. And then after Cassidy escapes, he immediately rips the prison clothes off. He has no clothes, and Carnage turns into a suit. That's what they can do. That's their ability. They can turn into suits. We've seen this in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, and I've seen a lot in the comics. Venom, because Venom is the color black, so he can make any black suit. That's why Eddie Brock wears a lot of black clothing. And at the beginning of the movie, he had before Carnage was introduced, he had a black helmet. But then when Carnage was introduced, or as Carnage was about to be introduced, he had a red motorcycle helmet. Which is a very good detail. I really like that one. And then Cletus Cassidy gets into a convertible, a red convertible, and he's like, ooh, I like this car. I'm gonna take it. He hops right in. Carnage hot wires the car. And the car works. It makes no sense to me. It's smart. I like it. Then there was a rave scene because when Eddie and Venom separated, Venom went eating people. He went on a spree. He went to a nightclub where a bunch of people was dancing, having fun in costumes. A lot of people thought Venom was a costume, like the whole black thing was a costume, and they were like, "Yeah, nice costume, bro." And Venom was like, "Oh, thanks, man." And then this one girl tried hitting on Venom, and Venom immediately looked at her. I was like, "Whoa, not my type," and starts running away. He has like glow sticks around his neck and arms, which I love the visual effects in this movie. They went all out. I feel like most of this movie is simply just visual effects. Hey, I wouldn't blame them. It's fun. But are you just gonna keep jumping up and down? Sorry. Yeah, the visual effects. But Venom has like a bunch of glow sticks around his like neck, around his wrist. He gets onto the stage where the singers are. He grabs the mic and he's like, "Eddie was wrong. I can party. I can be fun." And everyone's like, "Yeah!" And one person's like, "I love you." And then Venom just goes like, "I love you too. Now let's party." I'm pretty sure he killed most of the people there. No, I'm pretty sure he killed everybody there. Venom, Mrs. Chang, the woman at the grocery store that has all that chocolate, that gives it to... Are you alright? That gives it to, Venom. She takes Venom for a bit. Some random guy walks to the store, and she's like, "No, you drunk, get out of here." And then, like, Venom starts talking, and, like, half his face is, like, turns black. And it looks super freaking cool. And it's like, "Where's Eddie?" "I left Eddie. I feel empty and sad. I'm on the run right now." So he goes inside Mrs. Chang, and a bunch of cops go there. And then... And then the cops start questioning Mrs. Chang, and then they, like... I did not know what was going on. I thought Venom was a slug hiding in the back. No, Venom was inside Mrs. Chang. And the cop that was, like, looking at Mrs. Chang, she was like, "I know you're in there. Come out, Venom." Venom just pops up. It looks so weird, bro. Because in order to convince Venom to get back with Eddie, the cop had to get Venom to go into her. And she just started complimenting her, and it just looked super funny. Like, so weird. Imagine, like, an old Asian woman, but, like, with the eyes of Venom. Oh, it was so funny and weird. But, we get to see a visual effect of Venom if he attached to a girl. That's cool, I guess. Not really. I didn't expect nothing much. But if you want to see a good movie with visual effects, fighting, on a scale of 1 to 11, you know, I scale almost anything from 1 to 11. This movie is a good 10. It felt rushed a bit, but it was amazing. Visual effects were great. The acting was alright. I especially like the joke that pretty much Eddie and Venom are basically roommates, and Venom keeps trying to be the wingman. Constantly just yelling at Eddie, Eddie, and just like, just tell her how you feel, bro. Just trying to be there for Eddie, and Eddie just doesn't have it. I'm gonna be honest. On a scale of 1 to 11, it is a 10. It's really good. The acting is nice. I laughed a bunch of times. The fighting is awesome. It felt a little rushed. I'm not gonna give it a perfect 11. Definitely ain't. I think there was a couple mistakes here and again. I think a couple things are open to interpretation a little bit. But the end credit scene confused me a lot. Because Eddie takes Venom to this, like, Hawaii-like place. Beaches. Beach house. I'm pretty sure they are at Hawaii. Why? So Venom... They made the visual effect of, like, Eddie with Venom's feet. And you can just see his feet just moving around in the sand on the beach. And it just looks... Ugh. Why would you animate that, bro? So many people with feet fetishes are gonna look at that and be like, yes. But, the world starts glitching out. And it showed, like, the end credit scene. The world starts glitching out. They look on the news, and there's Tom Holland. It shows on the news that, Spider-Man revealed himself to be Peter Parker. And the world's still glitching out. But you clearly see, like, oh, there's a picture of Tom Holland in the Spider-Man outfit. This happened when Spider-Man revealed himself. Or he was revealed. They did not take over Spider-Man at that point. Which... Venom is like the Hulk in this, not like how Venom usually is. Because at this point, in this storyline, Venom did not get Spider-Man first. He didn't get Spider-Man at all. I can't wait for the third movie. I hope in the third movie, they try and find Peter Parker and take and beat him up because of Eddie's beef with Peter Parker. But instead, they fight Toxin, Carnage's son. Dude, that would be nice. A yellow one! Oh no! It wouldn't even make sense. Spider-Man and Venom fighting Toxin. If you don't know who Toxin is, just go look him up in the comics. I don't know him very well. I don't care for him. But, yeah. That's my review of Venom 2. Let There Be Carnage. So freaking good, man. I recommend it to anybody. If you like action, if you like Marvel, if you just like fights. This movie is amazing fights. If you like visual effects, amazing movie. But that's pretty much all. I'll see you all later when I review the My Little Pony movie. And I'm not joking about that. Someone asked me to do it, so I'm gonna do it. I'll see you all later.